What are your overall impressions about your experience?
Well, I believe it was a phenomenal experience. I really learned a lot as far as somebody mentioned earlier, preparation. Also, just knowing that how it pretty much brings people together. So, overall, I was just very impressed with just how everything went, and it was a wonderful experience. Thank you.
What did you learn?
So I learned how sports rivalry brings people together, the communities, the government, how everybody's just excited just to be a part of rivalry, just participate in it just as much as the athletes. And I also learned how preparation is very important, especially when you're in front of the camera, because you don't want to talk about the wrong things. We encountered points where we had cited like the wrong information, so we was talking to it back over. Just learning how having the right information is very important.
What is your best memory from this experience?
My best memory, starting off, I had a foreign friend, and his name was Felipe. He used to always mess up on the videos, so we would always have to like just restart. And then he also complain about him not having like a lot of FaceTime. He felt as if like I took all the camera time away from him, but I clearly wasn't. So he would always reposition the angles of the phone just so his face could be in it more than I. I don't know why. I guess he thinks he's handsome, but hey, that's my favorite memory.
My overall impression was very good. I'm very excited I did this project. I learned a lot about college football, rivalries, and how much it brings people together within different cities, universities, communities. So I'm very impressed how much I've learned and how much involvement each community and each organization brings to college football. So I'm very thankful for this opportunity. I learned a lot about college athletics and how much sports rivalry is very involved within college football. I also learned about many different rivalries all over the nation. And as far as execution goes, I learned a lot about how much you have to speak with confidence and how much you need to really do a lot of research in order for you to speak about something that you're not very familiar with. So in the beginning, I was not very familiar with the information I was sharing, but once I learned and once I did a lot of research, I was able to speak with confidence. So that's what I learned. My favorite memory in this project was doing a podcast with Cheryl in our very first week. I was a little nervous in the beginning. I remember her telling me about, hey, just calm down. We're gonna get it through. And then once I did it, I realized how easy it was. It wasn't as bad. Obviously, I had to do a lot of research. I had to be familiar with the camera, but just doing that very first podcast and then being okay with the turnout, that was my best memory.
My overall impression was pretty great. I enjoyed it, learning about each team and the rivalries, and then also learning how to edit the videos and enjoying my classmates I was working with. So yeah, that was a pretty fun experience. I would love to do it again. So yeah. So what I've learned is about the different rivalries in college and how they affect everybody, and also how to edit videos. I didn't know how to do that before, but I learned how to do that and enjoyed it, and then also how to speak in front of the camera and just be comfortable about it. So yeah. I don't have a specific memory, but I have memories. But yeah, working with Corey and Tate, that was fun, especially when Tate, he couldn't really do it in one try, and he just couldn't complete one try all the time, and me and Corey were tripping out. But really, I just enjoyed working with them. It's a lot of fun and a lot of laughter. So yeah.
My overall impression was pretty positive. I got to learn a lot about college football and rivalries, and found out if I was able to speak in front of a camera. It also got me closer with my classmates. I would definitely do it again. I'm just impressed with the amount of knowledge I've learned when it comes to the sports rivalry. So I've learned a lot when it comes to rivalry in college sports. I didn't know there was as many rivalries as there were, so I got to obtain a lot more knowledge and background and history of the different rivalries, so it was pretty cool doing that, and I realized how much practice and research it takes to do these podcasts, and so I've learned how to do that as well. My best memory was probably working with Miranda. The two of us together, it's just goofy, and so we had a lot of bloopers when it came to making the videos, and a lot of redos, and yeah, it was just a great time.
My overall impression was pretty amazing. I would say I learned a lot about football itself and putting together videos and the overall rivalries that we have across the nation when it comes to teams. It's pretty outstanding, if I do have to say. So I learned how much practice it takes to do these podcasts. It's not so easy just sitting in front of a camera and talking about some rivalries, especially with as many rivalries as there are. Coming up with the last week, we each had about 3 videos to record, and just doing the research and learning about the statistics of the players, the traditions of the teams. It was a lot. And yeah, my favorite memory is getting to work with Tori, being that I didn't really know anybody coming into the semester. And like she said, we had a lot of bloopers, a lot of redos. There's a few times where she really had to put me in my place when it came to starting the videos because I would just mess up and mess up and mess up. But overall, it was really fun. It was a cool experience, and I would definitely do it again.
So overall, I think it was a really good experience. It was different than any other class I've ever taken, so that was a good thing. And I think I would like to do it again. As far as and I liked learning things about football and all the rivalries. I learned that rivalries are a lot more than just hating the other team. And that a lot of schools have turned that into like not really passion projects, but like philanthropy, where they raise money. The two teams will come together and support one cause, and they'll make a competition of that as well. I also learned that, as people have said, a lot of work goes into it. You gotta kind of know your stuff, otherwise you're doing 3 and 4 takes. Memory was working with my partner Kristen. We used my computer, and except for the last 3 videos, I would take a picture instead of start the video, so that was really funny. And like Tori and Miranda, we had a lot of bloopers because you had a lot of stuttering and mess ups, so it was fun overall.
So my overall impressions, I really had 2. My first one was just learning about all the different rivalries that take place and all the preparation it took to learn about the different matchups that were taking place during the week from the players and to the teams. And then my second impression was just from actually putting the video together in and of itself and how many separate takes we had to do over and over and over again. But all in all, it was very fun and I really enjoyed it. So I learned 3 different things through doing this project. Number 1 was just how the rivalry impacts both schools and how rich in history each one of these rivalries truly is. And then also learning about all the players that took place in each one of the matchups and how impactful they were to the upcoming game. And then the last thing I learned was just about doing the overall execution of the video and the amount of research that we needed to put in first in order to execute a good product. So my favorite memory working with this great crew that I had to work with was just the countless numbers of bloopers that we had on a week in, week out basis. We would prepare and prepare and prepare only to mess up right towards the end, to only have to do it all over again. But it was well worth it, and it was a lot of fun, and I think we all learned a lot during the semester.
Overall impressions, I would say, they were pretty great. I really did enjoy this experience. I did learn a lot more about football than I previously knew, and yeah, this is a lot of fun. I did learn a lot more about college football than I previously had. The biggest thing I learned was how hard it was to make these videos. They were truly hard, and yeah, it's hard video. My favorite memory would probably be having to work with the guys that I worked with. You know, they were a lot of fun, and it was really enjoyable. You know, we messed up a lot. Well, I messed up a lot, but yeah, I wish we could have saved those bloopers that we had. But yeah, that was probably my favorite memory.